Today I am sharing my Dollar Tree baby holy grails and fails. Pretty much every Dollar Tree has a dedicated baby section with everything from feeding, bathing to play, and I wanted to break down what is actually worth getting and what is just a $1 POS. But before we get into it, I have to shamelessly plug my channel. Please like and subscribe if you have not already. And if you are a current subscriber, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you guys. First, I will start with the baby proofing supplies because that is something I still use all over my home. They have several baby proofing items for sale, and overall, they're really good and will save you a lot of money versus what you can get at Target and Amazon. I actually just replaced the child-proof door covers around my home. I had previously gotten them from Target. It was like 4 door covers for $4. The Dollar Tree sells a 2-pack for $1, so it's 50% cheaper. And the door covers from Dollar Tree are a little bit bigger, so it can fit more circular door handles. The safety first ones from Target that we originally bought, we were able to use on most of the doors in our home, but some of the larger, sturdier doors, like the door to go out to our garage, have a slightly larger circular door handle, and the safety first ones didn't fit on that. And that is a door that we definitely needed to child-proof because my kids think that they're little Bob the Builders and want to go play with daddy's tools out there. And I know some of you watching may be thinking, if you don't have kids or toddlers yet, well, you should be watching your kids, so you don't need to baby-proof things. It is just not possible to watch every single child all the time. Plus, if you have a very determined child, they will find a way to try to get at things when you are not looking. For example, you gotta sleep in the middle of the night. So that is the opportune time for them to try to do mischievous things just to make sure that nothing bad happens, make it easy for me to sleep at night. I like having everything super duper baby proofed in my home. If anyone tries to do anything shady in the middle of the night, like there's barriers that will make noise and notify me that someone is doing something they're not supposed to do. For that same reason, I also have cabinet locks around my house. We got the safety first cabinet locks that come in 2 separate pieces at first, and some of them have broken or some of them have just lost one of the second pieces, rendering the whole thing useless. And so I bought some replacement ones from the Dollar Tree and they work just as well. And I actually like that the Dollar Tree ones come in 1 single piece, so I can't lose half of it, rendering the whole thing just useless. Next, the Dollar Tree also has outlet covers. I personally have never needed to use their outlet covers because we already have baby proof covers built into our home, fortunately. But if you don't have that, I would imagine that these outlet covers work fine. I mean, it's just a mold that fits the standard outlets, so I think they would work perfectly fine, and they are still cheaper than what you can get online. The only baby proof item I wouldn't particularly recommend from the Dollar Tree are their corner covers. Their corner covers they don't come with enough adhesive, so they don't really stick to the corners the way you need them to. I would recommend getting these corner covers or these corner covers online. I'll have any of the alternative items to Dollar Tree products linked in the description below for you to check out yourself, but I would just recommend those other corner covers because they come with more adhesive on them and they actually stick to corners. The Dollar Tree ones come with little double-sided tape that is just not very sticky, and they ended up just popping off. Maybe the only way I can think of it potentially being able to work for someone is if you already have double-sided adhesive that is very strong in your home, then the actual like plastic piece is just as good as anything else. It just needs the extra adhesive. Next, let's talk about feeding supplies. They have everything you need to feed baby, from bibs, bottles, forks, knives, not knives, they don't have baby knives, forks, spoons, plates, everything. The first thing I like in their feeding category is their bottle brush. They have a dupe for the Dr. Brown's bottle brush. It has the same side bristles, the same little sponge thing at the top to get all the milk scum off the bottom of a bottle, and it's a fraction of the price of what Dr. Brown's charges for theirs. Just be sure that you get the bottle brush that has the little sponge top, because they also sell a bottle brush that doesn't have the sponge top. For the price, I feel like you could make it work. The one with the sponge top is just a lot more effective. Then they also sell just single bottles, and their bottles look fine, like same quality as other less expensive bottles from Target or Walmart. But the thing I would note that I wouldn't have noticed before having kids is all the bottles at the Dollar Tree have medium flow nipples. Even the smaller bottles that are only 5 ounces have medium flow nipples, and I would assume that those ones would be used for newborns and have the slow flow, but no, they're all medium flow. And the problem with that is if you are planning on using these bottles on a newborn baby, the medium flow is gonna be way too fast. It would be like if your friend was like feeding you your drink and they got really aggressive with the angle, it's all gonna like spittle out and get everywhere. If you're planning on buying the bottles for your slightly older baby between like 4 to 7 months, the medium flow nipple should work, but any younger than that, it's gonna be too fast for them. What I would recommend if you need to bottle feed a newborn baby and you can only spend $1 per bottle, get the Parents' Choice bottles from Walmart. They start off with the slow flow nipple that is meant for newborns, and you get 3 for basically $3. Then as you need to increase the flow, you can buy other nipples for it, or you can always just poke more holes on the top of the nipple, but just the medium flow won't work because you can't take away the holes or plug them up, but you can always add more with a needle. Even once you get the right size nipple, there's going to be some dribble here and there, so let's talk about bibs next. The Dollar Tree has bandana bibs that are a very good price compared to what you see on Amazon. The only thing I don't like about the Dollar Tree ones is it has a very rough Velcro closure. The Amazon ones that I liked and used for my babies has a snap closure, nothing's rubbing against baby's soft skin or rolls. The hard Velcro, I would fear if you don't cover it completely when you close it, which you may not be able to close it depending on how chubby your baby is. The rough Velcro is just gonna rub against their delicate little neck skin and not feel very good. So I would recommend going and paying the little bit extra for the snap closures online. The bibs that I do like from the Dollar Tree though are their wider, bigger bibs for kids who are starting to eat table foods. It still has the Velcro closure on the back, but since it's more so used for kids that are starting table foods, so they're gonna be sitting up in a high chair, I'm not concerned with the Velcro scratching against their neck the way it would for a baby who's sitting in the crook of your arm when they're feeding. They have 2 options for the older kids bibs. They have a terry cloth one that has Sesame Street characters on it, and then they also have a plastic one that has just a tiny little pouch on the bottom. And the tiny little pouch on the Dollar Tree one probably isn't gonna catch any food. It's not gonna be as effective as the silicone bibs you can get at Target, but for, you know, 1/5 the price of the silicone ones, the Dollar Tree ones will work just fine. And the other bonus on the Dollar Tree ones is that you can fold them up really small and easy to fit in your diaper bag. And for the baby that is sitting up and eating with these bibs, they have plates, utensils, sippies, cups that your child can use, and I am just going to say a blanket pass on these. I have better affordable items that I'm going to talk about instead. Instead of the Dollar Tree's sippies, snackables, and utensils, I would highly recommend getting this take and toss collection set from Target. I've talked about it in multiple videos, but you get stackable cups, bowls, and utensils that are just gonna be easier to organize in your pantry, and it's still, this entire feeding set is under $10. And for plates, I would suggest looking at Target again and getting their Pillow Fort plates. They have circular ones that you can get for like 50 or 60 cents a piece. It's really inexpensive. And then what I get are these square ones that are about $1 a piece. Next, we'll move on to what happens after baby eats, diapers and wipes. For diapers, I actually don't think that Dollar Tree has the best deal on diapers. They sell 5 for $1, so that's 20 cents a diaper. I'm assuming it is very comparable in quality to the Parents' Choice diapers that you get at Walmart. And you can get Parents' Choice diapers at Walmart between newborn to size 5, it's anywhere between 10 to 15 cents a diaper. Compared to Dollar Tree, you're saving at least 25% more money buying in bulk at Walmart. Wipes, on the other hand, are hit or miss. I only use fragrance-free items on my kids, and usually the only wipes they have in stock are the ones with fragrance in them, but every so often you'll see name brands like Huggies at the Dollar Tree. I recently just got a whole bunch of Huggies fragrance-free wipes from the Dollar Tree. It was a pack of 40 for $1 compared to the fragrance-free wipes that I really like from Target that I buy. It is technically more expensive per wipe, but I really like the size of the Dollar Tree wipes. The pack of 40 is the perfect size to fit in my diaper bag, to have as a spare in my car. It's a good thin travel size, but not giving you so few wipes like the 10 packs out there that you could potentially use them all up in like one blowout diaper and then be left without any wipes for the rest of the day. Then moving to toys. I don't have much for toys here. Dollar Tree doesn't have many options outside of the teething area. They have these little gel teethers that you can throw in the freezer and your baby can chew on. I did have something like that for my kids and they didn't really take to them. Then they also have this hard plastic Elmo teether toy with rings on it, and my kids never really liked that one either. It ended up at the bottom of a toy bin somewhere. What my kids always preferred, and what I feel like I've noticed a lot of my friends' kids preferring, are silicone teething toys, which they don't have that at the Dollar Tree. The inexpensive silicone teethers we got in my family are these banana teether ones. My kids really liked these. I gift them to everyone who's about to have a baby, whether they asked for it or not, because I just know that their babies will eventually like it too when they get to that teething stage. There's some of the more affordable silicone teethers out there, but really any silicone teether I feel like babies tend to prefer over the hard plastic toys. The next baby item we're gonna talk about are pacifiers. Now, full transparency here, I fortunately never had to buy pacifiers really for my kids. They never really took to them, so I didn't have to test out these Dollar Tree ones with them. But just from looking at them in store, they look very, very similar to the Nuke pacifiers that you can get at Target. Target sells Nuke pacifiers for $5 to $6 for a 2-pack, so it really is a good deal at the Dollar Tree to get 2 to 3 for $1. It has the same like outside shape as the Nuke pacifier, as well as the same shape silicone nipple. Then some other random things. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. There's a baby brush and comb set that looks like a good deal. It looks very similar to the Safety First brand one at Target, and it's a few dollars cheaper. Oh, then all the baby toiletries. I don't really use those because, again, I only use fragrance-free items on my kids, and the Dollar Tree doesn't have fragrance-free options in their baby toiletry section as of right now. I did, however, look at their baby powder because not that fun of a fact, but fact, Johnson & Johnson went through this huge legal battle over their baby powder because they used to make their baby powder with talc powder, and I don't know the full details, so I'm just gonna throw out like this is all alleged. You can do further research if you want to, but allegedly the talc powder caused cancer. Some people got ovarian cancer, and long story short, a lot of baby powder is no longer talc, and fortunately the baby powder at the Dollar Tree, while it does have fragrance, they don't put talc in their baby powder anymore. They use cornstarch instead now. So even though they do have fragrance to all their baby items, like maybe if you don't mind fragrance, that's a good deal for you then, and at least you know now that the baby powder is not potentially cancerous. And I don't know if this is a mom hack, because I don't know if cornstarch like potentially harbors bacteria or anything, but comment below, do any of you know, could you just use literal cornstarch? Like what you have in your pantry, what you can get at Target or Walmart for 99 cents for a huge can of it. Could you just use that on its own as a fragrance-free baby powder? I feel like you could, but maybe I'm missing something. Then an item that I feel like could have been a holy grail for me if I just wasn't so nitpicky about things are their baby and toddler socks. You can get 2 packs of socks for $1, and that's actually a really good price compared to Walmart, Target, or Amazon. The only reason it's not a holy grail item for me, but it could be for you, is I I have to have matching socks. I bought character socks for my kids and every single sock pair was different. We'd have Spider-Man, Superman, Trolls, Toy Story, and it was just a nightmare when it came to matching socks, just because my problem is I have to have matching socks. I will not let socks not match. So this is kind of a me problem. But I've gotten to the point where I will only buy white socks now for my kids. All three of my boys wear the same size sock, and just buying all white socks makes pairing socks a no-brainer because it's all pretty much already done. I don't have to worry about just anything ever not matching. They're all a match. And that is my breakdown of the holy grails and fails of Dollar Tree baby items. What do you guys think of the Dollar Tree baby section? Are you gonna go out and buy some stuff? Have you already? Is it still just an overall pass for you? Please comment that all below, and then like, subscribe, share with friends, family, foes, and then click on one of my other videos that should be floating over my face at this point, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.